Hey, hi, this is Muhammad Hussein. I'm welcoming you all in my channel DBA Doctor. If you are new, kindly subscribe and support. Click on bell icon to get our latest video. I'm completely covering up a database and cloud technology related topic in my channel like MS SQL, MySQL, Oracle, Azure, AWS, like that. Current market is open for multi-skill. So why you are waiting and sticking into only one technology? Kindly subscribe and get multiple technology knowledge at a one roof. Stand in a market all time. So without wasting your time, I'm jumping into my topic. Today topic is all about MySQL. In this video, I'm going to cover up MySQL system related work, like if you are new to MySQL, then what all things you have to carry on to work in MySQL. At least basic stuff you should know. System admin, like basic stuff you should know to work in MySQL, like a system admin level. In that, for creating database and monitoring database, creating table and monitoring table, creating user and monitoring who all having a permission, and checking a background level task, what our process is running and what is the status of current database and how we can monitor the database. Lot of things I'm going to cover in this video. So without wasting your time, I'm jumping into our uh, today's sessions, and without skipping the videos, kindly watch till the end. First thing is, every database administrator node sit. So first we are going to check the status of database. In the status, what all things you have to verify, that I'll show you one by one. So in this status, you can get to know the connection ID for present session is 7. Current database is information schema, which I just connected, and current user is root user, you can see here, and SSL which we have configured here, and service version, that is very important for every server. That should be you should know the SQL MySQL server version is from here itself. This is the MySQL server version. Okay, and current protocol is 10. Connection via TCP IP it is connected, and these all are the language which MySQL are using for this session. Okay, this is very important. By the time of migrations, by the time of real time doing any activity, if you are stuck in any area for inserting or updating, or application is not connecting properly, that time this will be very important point to verify. Okay, and second most important point is TCP port. If you are not aware of TCP port, then it is very difficult to connect the server from outside. If the TCP is running under 3307 or some other port, this is the default port 3306. If server is running from other port and user is not aware of that port and he is simply connecting with some other port, then definitely user will face the challenge, application will be down. So this to figuring out that issues, you have to connect the status. With the help of status, you can get to know the connection string, version, and SQL server language, which language it is using, and how many connections is there. That all things here you can get to know. Thread, number of thread, number of connections, and number of requests. This is the questions mean number of requests. And is there any slow query, you can verify here. Open query is 113, and flush table, one time flush is happen in this activity, and uptime, from when it was up, This is the uptime from last 2 or 30 minutes onward, it is up. So this is what we have checked till now. And one more thing from here, you can able to verify. You can able to verify whether which all process is running here. And yeah, I forget it. We have to file core, like here you will get to know what all query is running and what all query is under sleeping mode. So that all things here you will get to know. So if you see here, you can able to get a lot of information, the process list, process id, and user, two user is connected, one is root and one more is Hussein. So here he is connected with this local host, and this is a different host where second user is connected. And presently the second, the 13 user id is sleeping mode, and we are in a starting mode. You can see here one by one. So this is what we have to verify. Okay, so we have checked till now the process, how to check the process who all connected in the server, and how to check the status of the server, whether it is up or not, and from where it is connected. That all things we have covered up now till now. So directly we can jump into database creations. First, before creating a database, we have to verify whether there is a database already present or not. So here I have already created one database called a DBA doctor, and some other database is there, that is for the testing purpose. MySQL, basically it is using we are using for user level information keeping. Okay, and information schema, again it will keep a table info, table level schema level information. And again we have some sys level informations table, and performance schema, that all are system level database, which is for maintaining the system information. MySQL itself predefined database created. Okay, so now we have verified there was a couple of database already present, so we are creating some other database. Create database test dba. Okay, every syntax in MySQL we have to close with a semicolon. Without that it will not go, not going to fire the statement. Now the statement is fired and the database is created. To verify, we have to again fire the same statement, that is so database. Here you can see test db is already created. Use test db. Okay, and here I'm going to create table called emp id. Okay, in emp I am creating two column emp id, that is varchar. Emp is int, and emp name will be varchar. this is the character defined. Okay, let's say emp id is int, because I keep given int is for integer, and varchar is for a word or any a decimal it will accept. Okay, for that I am keeping integer and decimal for a emp name. I'm closing, and it throw an error is because the syntax is not properly designed here. In emp id int, we have to verify, we have to give some decimal number, we have to give some number. Okay, and for emp name as well we have to define some number. Without number it will not fire. Okay, now the table is created. So to see the table we have to verify again. So table, now emp table is created. So to get the emp table script, you can use like this. Okay, in emp table field is emp id and emp name, and type is int 10 and varchar 20. So it will allow null, yes, because by default it will allow null. If we want to keep not null, then we have to specify that thing. If is there any primary key or foreign key that are not present. For in future video we will discuss more about foreign key, primary key, and not null and all. Okay, this video is completely about system admin basic task. Okay, so we have till now we have seen table creations, database creation, and monitoring the server, monitoring the process. So now we are going to insert the record. Insert into, before inserting, now we are connecting with which user, that we can verify from here itself, that is root user. So we want to switch this user with new user, that is going, we are going to create user. For inserting the record, we are creating a new user who we are hired for inserting the record itself, nothing more than that. Okay, so create user, username will be dba doctor. Okay, yeah, at the rate localhost so here once the username we have defined. Okay, the username is dba doctor. Now we are going to give some password that is called identified by password dba 123. Okay, create user, username identified by password. This user is created. Okay, now we are not till now we are just created a user, but we are not specify user permission. So next script will be granting the permission to user so that he can able to access to the database. I'm giving a full control on this db test dba. Okay, test dba full control, that means he can do anything. like a system level sysadmin, object db creator and all. Here we are giving full permissions on where in sysdba we have a multiple table procedure. Let's say for an example we have a lot of table procedures and all. So if we want to define a specific, then here we can give that particular emp, okay, dot emp, like that we can define, or else we can give a star. Star means all, whatever table, whatever procedure, whatever thing is present, we have a full control on that to dba doctor. Okay, this is done. Now we have to see whether the user is present. So users, yeah, you can see here I have created a user called dba doctor. Okay, that user having two area permission, that is the reason it is showing like this, dba doctor, like that. Okay, so we have created a database, we have created a user, we have created a table at present. So we want to use a dba doctor as a user, so that we are going to cover in this now, in this video now. Yes, you can see now we have connected with dba doctor user. So database, okay, in what all database we have permission, we can see that only. Okay, and status, you can get to know here we have connected with the dba doctor. So here again all informations we already read, so I'm going to use test dba. I want to insert the table, but I'm not sure what all column are present, so I'm describing them. So emp id and emp name is there, so insert into emp, name should be I'm inserting multiple record at the same time. You can see two row is inserted, that we can visit in a table. Okay, to use the effective. Now table is present and record we have. So we have seen all those stuffs, what all things we have mentioned, and table already having permissions, and table permissions and insertions and all we have already verified. Okay, so now if we want to see only one record, that is emp id equal to 1. Okay, who is the I want to know whether the KJF detail when he joined blah blah blah. So here it is, this is what we have to verify the syntax. Here I have to give a proper syntax. Select all, star means all. Okay, from where, this is the table name. Select all from emp, where emp name equal to, emp means employee. Okay, employee name equal to KJF. So here you can get the details what you require. Like that we can for filter out whatever things we require. At present we have covered all those steps. Now we are going to delete the record which is not required now. So almost a table is created, database is created, and user is created. So if we want to switch so I'm dropping database. Before dropping, I'm dropping a table. Drop table. Drop means deleting the table. Drop table name. Okay, and will drop. If you say see now, describe emp table emp test dba emp doesn't exist. That means table is dropped properly. So next we are going to cover dropping the database. Drop database test dba. So now db also dropped. You can describe. So databases, only one database is present. So if I want to drop the particular user, currently we are connected with user db doctor. So this user I'm going to drop now. How to drop? With this user we can't able to drop it. We have to connect with root user already connected. So I'm dropping the drop username. Before dropping, I'll show you one more query which will really help you in administrator level. Okay, here select user password lifetime, when the password will expire, and maximum connection for that particular user, and password whether it is logged or not. That all things you can get here. Okay, this all information for particular one user. If I want only one user detail, then I can do like this, where user equal to, I'm going to drop DBA doctor. So before dropping I want to verify. Okay, so I just want to verify. For that I'm filing this query. He having a two database permission, so for that it is created two times. Okay, this is what we have almost verified. He having a full permission, that there is no expirations, and that there is no max connection for this database. Like that, we have verified all those steps. Now I'm dropping the database, dropping the user. Drop user, username is, so you can see here DBA doctor, one DBA doctor is present, because from which database I connected that database, this user is dropped. uh, okay, you can see how we have created the database, created table, and how we have monitored, how we can alter the table, how we have insert the record. So in next topic we are going to cover up how to take a backup and how to restore the database backup using MySQL command line. So I hope this video is very useful for you. We can meet on next topic in next session.